Hi, this is Steve Garland, head wrestling coach at the University of Virginia, giving my weekly Virginia wrestling video newsletter and update. Lots to talk about, so I'm going to talk very fast because there's a lot of stuff to cover. We had a pretty good weekend last weekend. We were at the Virginia Duels, great dual meet championship tournament that we love. Mike McCormick runs it, and his crew runs it down there. Mike's an alumnus and phenomenal guy. Mike is one of the top NCAA officials in the country and a good friend. And very long story short, as we went back, we took a year off, and then we're back, and it's always been a great event for us, and he runs a class event. And we went down there and we went 3-1. We were really happy that we were able to compete in 4 dual meets, and we saw a lot of really good wrestling. We didn't get the result we wanted. We wanted to win the tournament, obviously. That's everybody's goal going in, but we actually ended up being a really cool silver lining that we got to see our guys, especially the last 2 dual meets, really open up offensively, score a lot of points, attack, and really live out what Coach Lean and the rest of the staff has been preaching in the wrestling room. So I've said that a lot this year, and it's been great to be able to say that a lot this year because I couldn't say it a lot at this point last year. So that development and that improvement is definitely something I wanted to highlight. Specifically, we beat Citadel first, and we lost to North Dakota State. North Dakota State was technically an upset on paper. We were ranked ahead of them, but they're a very tough team. The matchups, we ended up getting upset at a couple weights. And they did a great job. All the credit in the world to them, and they advanced to the semifinals against Virginia Tech and gave Virginia Tech a heck of a duel, from what I understand. So we ended up coming back in the silver pool wrestleback in a different pool, and we beat Bucknell. Bucknell had beaten us in 2015, so it was great to be able to see them again. And I thought our guys wrestled phenomenal, all the way up and down the lineup from Jack Mueller. Started off with, I believe, a tech fall, and then Will Mason I believe he got a pin, I think even. I just remember him wrestling really well. Then George DiCamillo wrestled one of their best kids who's been around the block a long time in Smith, and wrestled great, just attack, which he's been doing all year. At 49, we got a good win there, and at 57, we lost. Andrew had a rough weekend, but it was great to see him struggle a little bit because that's part of this process. It's absolutely 100% part of where we want him to be in the spring, in March, and so at the NCAA tournament. So I won't focus on that other than to say that now Andrew's working harder than ever because he doesn't ever want to be there again. So it was definitely out of character for him. He wasn't feeling great that weekend, and it showed on his performance, but he's going to learn from it. 65, Garrett Peppelman won. He went 3-0 on the weekend. At 74, or no, it was 65, Ray Bethea. Sorry, Ray Bethea had a great weekend for us. Sorry, Ray. And he won. And then at 74, Garrett Peppelman won, and again went 3-0 on the weekend. And at 84, the story of the weekend, in my opinion, was Will Shaney. I mean, Will Shaney went 4-0 and beat a very tough Hoffman from Bucknell. And that was great to see. And just, again, the way he was competing is completely different than the way he was wrestling at the beginning of the year. So that was great to see. And at 97, Chance McClure lost a heartbreaker to a really good kid, a nationally ranked kid. Actually had him on his back in a cement job and couldn't finish it off. Ended up losing in a last-second takedown. Then at heavyweight, Chuck Body lost a heartbreaker in overtime. Actually got taken out off his own shot twice. He had all the offense, but kept getting out-scrambled off that shot. So something he needs to work on, but definitely a great effort on his part. And then we came back and we had Lockhaven for the final match of the event. And I would say it's the best our teams looked all season from start to finish. They just looked absolutely phenomenal. Right off the bat, Jack Mueller gets us rolling with a technical fall. Quick one, too, against a solid competitor. And then at 33, Will Mason does great. And then at 41, we get a pin, and the bench goes crazy. And now we're into it. And at 49, Sammy Krivas wrestled one of his better bouts of the entire season and beats a very tough kid from Lockhaven who I've seen at all the Opens this year. And it was great. It was the second time he's beaten that young man this year. Atkinson got back on track, got a technical fall at 157. 65, Ray Bethea looked fantastic and got another win. And then at 74, at that weight class, believe it or not, we actually, because of an injury, Chris Yankovic said that he would wrestle up for us because he's just such a leader and such a great kid, and he wrestled up those weights and wrestled at 174 for us because we were trying to help the team not give up bonus points and not have to forfeit. And then at 184, so that was just another great story in Chris's career here. The season hasn't gone exactly how everybody planned, but It doesn't. I told him this after the dual meet. It certainly doesn't mean he's not one of the leaders of our team. Certainly doesn't mean he's not our captain. And the point is, you can be a captain, you can be a leader, and not have the best credentials on the team. And I think that's a great example for the rest of the group, and frankly for my staff. It's just been awesome to see that. I wanted to highlight that. Chris is just a phenomenal kid. 184 against Shaney, avenged another loss. He had lost to the Lock Haven competitor early on in the year and lost badly. And lost in a very bad way, and came all the way back and then beats him and dominates him in that match, we thought. So, gosh, we were happy with that. And then Chance McClure got the big win that he's been waiting for. He's been working so hard, doing so many things in here extra. To see him break through and wrestle fantastic was just, I thought that was another one of the highlights of the weekend. And then at heavyweight, we wrestled Tyler Love that bout against a very tough top 12 competitor in Thomas Haynes and lost there. So, but winning 8 out of 10 bouts, we thought was incredible. We were just so pumped for the way our guys responded, the way our guys came together as a group. And this week, now the focus shifts onto Virginia Tech, our toughest test to date. I mean, Virginia Tech is a top 5 nationally ranked team. They have an incredible group, probably one of the best teams they've ever put together. I would argue the best. I think they have 6 All-Americans in their lineup, which that's pretty good, or whatever it is. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's a lot. And the strength of their team, right off the bat, they have the number 2 competitor in the country in Joey Dance, and that's going to be a heck of a showdown between our freshman star, Jack Mueller, who's ranked 7th in the country wrestling, their total stud senior, ranked 2nd in the country, undefeated. So that's a clash right off the bat. At 133, they're bringing out Dennis Gustafson is now their starter. Gustafson is a couple-time national qualifier, round of 16 guy that's been around for a long time. And it's going to be an all-Virginia showdown with Will Mason there at 133. So Will Mason, we've been really excited about the way he's been competing as well. So that's going to be a great one. 141, George DiCamillo for us, we feel like is obviously just phenomenal, and we feel like he's going to be in the national title hunt, and we feel like he has all the tools to win a national championship, as evidenced by his performance at the Southern Scuffle in his match with the number 1 guy. And so 149, it's going to be another All-American they have there, Solomon Chichko, and he's a Pittsburgh guy, and so that'll be fun to see Krivas wrestle a guy that he grew up with. And then at 157, that's going to be one of the big matches of the duel as well, with Andrew Atkinson, who's ranked 14th, and their guy Mastriani, who I believe is ranked 15th. So it's right there with each other, and we've seen that young man a lot over the years, and so they've certainly seen enough of Andrew. So that'll be interesting to see how that one goes down. 165, Ray Bethea will be wrestling for us. 174. As of right now, gosh, they have Epperly in, who's an All-American again, and we're planning on wrestling Garrett Pepperman based on his performance last week. And 184 is going to be, they've got Zach Sabatsky, who's ranked 4th in the country, and so Will Shaney will be taking on a big test there. 197, they have an All-American there, Jared Haught, and that will be Chance McClure facing him. And then at heavyweight, they've got Ty Walls, who's one of the most intimidating-looking humans in our sport. So it'll be great for our heavyweights to size and see what they can do with him. So awesome dual meet. We're going to need all the help we can get in Virginia Blue and Orange, because obviously the Hokies are going to be coming strong, and they always get a great crowd. I'm excited because our guys get to wrestle against great competition. They get to test themselves. It's going to be in a great environment. So what a fun dual meet. This is what the competitions are all about. And what I've seen is they get that, and I've seen just such a laser-like focus in the room the last 2 days. And I've also seen a good energy. So I've seen their game elevate with the level of competition that we've got coming up this weekend. So I hope that translates over in the competitions, because it's certainly looking great in the wrestling room, and all the praise to my staff and to the guys for their preparation this week. So that's that. I want to make mention of one more thing, and this is important. So as you guys know, we've always been in partnership and helping out the Cavalier Wrestling Club. The Cavalier Wrestling Club is a 501c3 not-for-profit club that has been growing wrestling, for, I don't know, I want to say 12, 13, 14 years now. Started by Jim Harshaw and Josh Walker and these guys over the years, and what they've done has been incredible in growing wrestling in Central Virginia. And they're having their annual Casino Night fundraiser, their biggest fundraiser that we love to be a part of and love to get everybody back at. And we're going to do it the night before the NC State match. So Saturday, January 28th at 6 p.m. The doors open, 6:30 gaming starts. It's going to be another great event. Last year, I think, just from what I could see from experiencing the event, was the best event that they've ever had. I thought that the crowd was great. I thought that the gaming was fun. I thought that it just was a great time for fellowship for Virginia wrestlers, but also for people from the community and people that the club parents and all these guys that are now helping out, supporting that cause. So I'm just inviting you guys again. I'm going to send out an email as well, but I hope everybody can make it to that Saturday, January 28th at Veritas Winery in Afton, Virginia. Same place we've been having it the last few years. And please, please, please do everything you can to help support that cause. And we'll see you guys next week, and go Hoos.